Hi, my name is Jean-Ray and welcome to Fashion and Fabrics for grade 10 and 11. Today you'll be learning about color in textiles. By the end of today's lesson, you should be able to discuss the techniques of dyeing fibers, yarns, fabrics, and printing of fabrics, tie-dye, block printing, and stenciling. Now that we've got the objectives, let's get started. Viewers, in the previous lesson, we discussed the fabric finishes, and now you will learn about color in textiles. Various finishing processes are applied as an additional means of enhancing the appearance of the newly constructed fabric. However, the dyeing and printing processes will provide lasting beauty and color to the fabric. Dyeing is the application of dyes or pigments on textiles, materials such as fibers, yarns, and fabrics with the goal of achieving color with desired color fastness. Printing is the process of applying color to fabrics in definite patterns or designs. There are three basic ways of applying color to a fabric, which are 1. Tie-dye, 2. Block printing, and 3. Stenciling. Let's look at each method in detail. Tie-dye is a method of dyeing textiles or fabrics to produce patterns by tying sections of the cloth together so that some parts will not absorb the dye. Let's look at how tie-dye is produced. Items that you will need are fabric dye, salt, elastic, and fabric. Method: wet the fabric to be dyed, bind the fabrics in knots or tie with a rubber band, prepare the dye, immerse the fabrics in the dye and stir slowly. Leave the fabric in a dye overnight. Rinse the fabric thoroughly in clean water until the color stops coming out. Squeeze out excess water gently. Remove the strings or rubber bands. Half dry the fabric and iron on the wrong side. That was tie-dye. Let's look at stencil printing. Stenciling is a technique for reproducing designs by passing ink or paint over holes cut in cardboard or metal onto the surface to be decorated. Items needed are drawing or design, knife cutter, cutting board, fabric, paint, and a sponge. Let's learn how stenciling is done. Stencil printing method. 1. Draw or print your design onto the paper. 2. Cut out the design on a cutting mat or board using a knife cutter. 3. Place the stencil onto the fabric. 4. By using a sponge, apply permanent fabric paint over the stencil. 5. Let the paint dry. 6. Remove the stencil from the fabric once the paint is dry. 7. Iron the printed fabric on the wrong side. The pictures below show you how stencils look and the final products. Stencil designs, stencil application to the fabrics, and here are different stenciled products. Wow, beautiful designs of stenciling you have learned today. Next, you're going to learn about block printing. Block printing is the relief process of printing onto a fabric or paper using a hand-cut block made of wood or linoleum. After the block has been carved, ink is applied and then it is printed. Items needed are block printing carving block, fabric block printing ink, linoleum cutter, carving tool, soft rubber brayer glass, and permanent marker. How is block printing done? You are about to learn the method. How to block print a fabric. 1. Create a design and draw it onto your linoleum or wood block. Use a permanent marker to draw the design directly onto the carving block. 2. Carve the linoleum block by cutting out the excess area from the design. 3. Apply ink on the linoleum block. 4. Print block stamp design onto the fabric and then pull the stamp away from the fabric straight up. Let the print dry properly and iron the printed fabric on the wrong side. Let's look at the final products of block printing. We've reached the end of the lesson, and today we've learnt about color in textiles. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.